to the market with warm clothes, and they wore shoes and stockings. But perhaps some of them even wore buckles on their shoes.
Kate, when the hell are you going out? You've been fiddling about there for the last hour with your coat on. Will you, for Christ's sake, make up your mind?
What's made you so ratty tonight, eh? The bingo doesn't start till 7:30. Do you want me walking the streets? I never met a man like you. 1 minute it's your stomach that needs fed, and another time it's a shirt that needs washed. But here, you're in a hell of a hurry to get me out of the house tonight.
Well, if it's anything to you, some of the lads are coming round for a drink.
Now listen, we had enough of that in our younger days. Of course, the excuse then was everybody had mates. Well, I'm sure they never had as many as you had.
What's your grouse? Aren't you away at the bingo again?
Oh, well, aren't you away out the bingo again? Well, I wouldn't be away out the bingo or anywhere else at nights if you could find some time to spend in your own home. Do you not think, Dennis, that it's about time you settled down? I mean, like, you're not getting any younger.
There's nothing wrong with me if you'd stop your bloody nagging.
But it's not like you to have people round all the same. And here, you done the same thing last week.
Was there anything wrong with that?
Well, who's coming round then?
All right then. John and Michael.
A drunkard that never done a day's work in his life. And that wee fella that shouldn't be taking drink at all at his age. Of course, his mother. Well, you should know better. Okay, who else is coming round?
Terry.
Oh, him? Mm-hmm. Oh, he thinks he's above us all with his, could I use your bathroom? Huh. He couldn't even speak to me in the street. Did you know that? That's on, he doesn't even see me. No, but I knew bloody rightly he saw me. Anyway, they're a queer lot. I thought you had more sense. Where's all your old mates these days?
What's it to you? Can't you mind your own business?
Oh, aye. Oh, it's all right, like if you want your trousers pressed. Or if you're looking for a wee something else.
Look, I said, give it a break.
I don't think it'll ever catch on, Sean. And you know, that's a nonsense rhyme because Coleraine and Bushmills are noted for a liquor, but it is not brandy. I wonder if you remember this rhyme. Cleopatra gave a great banquet and sent for her wines off to Spain. But knowing Mark Antony's weakness, she smuggled a cask of Coleraine.
And that was Coleraine whiskey, of course. But the lady in our next...
Here, love, I'm meeting me here when you get back. Might go round to the club for a wee while.
Don't you love me? And you never go to the club on a Friday. Oh, by the way, Maggie says she's seen the four of yous in a car when she was coming from bingo on Thursday night.
Look, what are you getting at? If you have something to say, say it and stop beating about the bush.
I'm not saying anything. In a swell scene, I don't say too much. Nobody can talk to you these days without you flying off the handle. I suppose I couldn't ask who owned the car or where yous were going.
Anybody there?
We're in here, love.
How you keeping, Kate?
I'm just middling, Maggie.
Just called to see if you're going to the bingo.
Indeed I am. Anything to get my head sharp for a while.
I don't know what you mean. See our Tommy? Never is a minute. Slipping about the place like a ferret. Never saw a man like him. Talks about seeing this man and that man. All in a good cause, he says. And see that drinking den round the corner? Practically lives in it. I tell him he'd send a pen as red round there.
I couldn't agree with you more, Maggie. Men, they're all the same.
Ah, but it's not on in these times. I says to our Tommy, the amount of worry I go through's nothing normal. Oh, but he's no notion to tell me anything. Oh, why? He thinks I'm deaf, dumb and blind, you know what I mean?
Oh, but I have him well weighed up. A lot of others besides. But Maggie, I am near the end of my tether around here.
Away on.
No, I'm not joking. I think a husband should be honest with his wife.
Sure, look at our Tommy, it doesn't bother me.
Well, maybe you have a different temperament than me.
You take it all in your stride, dear. That's the way I look at it. Look, I've seen it all a long time ago. This situation's nothing new to me.
But this secrecy, Maggie, it's downright annoying. It's deceitful almost. I mean, you just can't live with somebody and not want to know everything about them.
Heck, now, Kate.
No, I am not going to stand for it.
Don't you be meddling, Kate, where it's man's business. You just keep a nose out of it and let our Tommy go his own way.
Well, that's not good enough.
It's the healthiest way. Oh, I'm not blind either. But I don't go in feet first. Look, you take my advice about ways. Just listen and say nothing.
There's a lot of people in this area can't mind their own business.
We're all supposed to go about blindfolded, Kate.
Don't I know well?
Ah, come on, Kate. Come on, let's enjoy ourselves.
Aye, all right, Maggie, but will you wait there a wee minute till I get a few extra shillings?
Have you seen our Tommy in it?
What would I want to see your Tommy for?
Just thought you might have been talking to him, that's all. Suppose you're going to the club. Oh, this tub is terrible. You can hardly get out these nights. If you see our Tommy, tell him I'll be home before midnight.
I just thought I'd drop along and have...
Kid, isn't it about time you were away?
Come on, Maggie. I can see we are not wanted in this fine company.
Yeah, I really came along early to have a private chat with you.
Right, come on, out with it. Knowing for the last week something's been bothering you.
It's not so much that I've been worried, Dennis. It's more... I've been thinking about last Thursday night.
By the way, Kid thinks you deliberately ignore in the street.
No harm meant, Dennis, but too many people have their eyes and ears pinned to walls and windows in this
It's
area.
okay, you don't have to apologise to me.
It's not that. Not too many people are acquainted with me in this area. I'd like to keep it like that. If I stop to talk to people, others will start asking too many questions.
Ah, well, that's one thing I'll give you. You're a stickler for security.
Aye, that's the way I'd like to keep it.
That bitch Maggie must have eyes pinned in the back of her head. She saw us last Thursday.
Where did you hear that?
From none other than Kate. But one of these days I'll put an end to all that. And Kate too. She probably thinks I've been out with another woman. No such luck. Not right, mate? Well, what's wrong? Have you no sense of humour?
It's just that... Well, that kind of gossip can be dangerous.
Do you think I'm friggin' stupid? I'll deal with Kate and Maggie in my own way. I'll see Tommy.
You mightn't like to hear that kind of thing.
You don't know Tommy. Well, what's on your mind?
I've been thinking strongly about Thursday night. I think there's...
Look, lad, I've been through it all before, and take my advice. You'll soon get over it. The first time's always the worst.
It's not just that. There are other factors. Firstly, I've been reading some of the newspaper reports, and I think that we made...
Just hold it tight.
It's me, Michael.
Ah, it's all right, Michael. Come in. Now, what were you saying?
It's nothing, really.
Well, don't mind Michael. We shouldn't have secrets from each other anyway, isn't that right, lad?
I just thought I'd bring a few bottles along.
By the way, is there a cure for tonight?
It's just the top of the street. Where's the man himself?
Oh, he'll be here. I'll know the reason why.
I don't trust him.
All right, Mr. Thinker. Look, he's not the brainiest bloke in the world, even if I mightn't be too fond of him. There's no snobbery attached to that.
He's a risk, and you know it.
He mightn't be the only one.
I've no intention of a bit in the matter with you.
Look, as Dennis always says, isn't this right, Dennis? We're all a part of this, and him as much as the rest.
Which is what to bring it?
Not me.
John was asked to pick it up from Tommy.
See what I mean? No doubt he's been strewn around with that in one pocket and a bottle of whiskey in the other.
He's probably showing it off to all the boys in the club. Maybe he'll do himself an injury.
If anything goes wrong, I'd be the one for it.
Sure, if he doesn't turn up, I've always got this.
I thought I told you to get rid of that.
For God's sake, put that thing away.
All right, what's wrong, Mr. Thinker? Does it frighten you? You didn't like our wee game last Thursday, did you?
It's just typical him to carry that round with him. One of these days he'll be picked up, and then he'll all be for it.
That's not the reason, is it? Anyway, I'm no mouth. Dennis knows that. Isn't that right, Dennis? That's probably him now.
Here, just in case, keep that other thing well out of the way.
Sure, Dennis.
Well, lads, thought I wasn't coming, didn't you? Well, I'm here.
Suppose it took you nearly an hour to collect that and bring it here.
Did you notice it?
Anybody could spot that bulge of mail off. Do you want to get us all done?
Has seen any of the lads in the club?
I saw Brian on your own.
All right, let's get down to the night's business. hope you're in a fit state.
Could do with a wee thirst quencher.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Michael, get us that bottle out of the cupboard in the front room there. And a few of the good glasses. Got them on coupons, you know.
Getting a treat tonight, all right?
Well, let's say it's a celebration. Used to give us one in the old days. Special occasions.
Must have been rough in them times.
Well, maybe it wasn't. But at least that's one thing I'll say about the war. Couldn't have been with better fellas. Followed orders to the last word and got the job done. Hard times then, all right. Made men of us. That's what it's all about. But go ahead, fill your own.
Did you ever sort of go behind the lines, you know, to sort of snuff out the opposition?
Let's say it done my bit. In with a bayonet at close quarters. Nothing like a bit of cold steel for putting the fear of God in you. Anybody for a touch of the hard stuff?
Oh, I'll take mine straight, Dennis.
That's what I like to hear.
Same for me, Dennis.
Well, not for me. I might take a beer later.
Maybe he doesn't want to celebrate.
Aye, what's wrong, Terry?
I don't drink spirits. Anyway, what are we supposed to be celebrating?
Letting on as if he doesn't know.
Well, at least have something.
Okay, I'll take a beer. Have you ever thought, though I suppose you wouldn't, that I mightn't exactly be happy with the team lineup?
You hear that, Dennis?
All right, be quiet now. We've enough on our plate at the minute. Here, let's have it now. Does any of you know why there's only 5 bullets for 6 chambers?
I suppose because we're only expected to shoot 5 people.
Well, it's like this. One chamber should always be left empty, so there's no danger. The empty chamber should always be opposite the firing pin, so that if the revolver falls, it won't do somebody a serious injury. And it means when you pull the trigger, there's always one coming into line. Oh, and another thing. Never any cowboy stuff. When aiming, always hold it with 2 hands and raise it eye level for accuracy.
But sure, we'll never be that far away.
Is it all right if I have a look at the rod?
Never point a gun at anybody. And that's not just good manners.
Feels just lovely.
Don't get carried away.
Not like some people. I wouldn't be afraid to use it.
Are you referring to me?
If the cap fits, wear it. Hey, Dennis, when can I get a chance with it?
Your turn will come. Now put it down. We'd lads just like 'em in our outfit. Always itching to get up front and doing their bit.
Bloody lunatics.
What do you say, Joe?
Oh, I agree with you, Dennis.
He'd agree with anything.
You always had a weak gut. Just you and me, Dennis. We could do it all on our own.
And what about me?
Okay, you as well.
All right, now, that's enough. Now, we've a job to discuss, so get the drink into you. There's very little time left. Terry, there was something you wanted to say earlier.
I'm not very happy about the last job.
What's wrong? Run out of words?
You speak when you're spoken to.
Either you make your point here or else.
All right. Last Friday morning, I read the papers, and I wasn't too happy about some of the things said in them.
You don't believe in all that?
Right.
Look, keep quiet, you two. Go on.
Well, we were told he was a top man, right? And that he'd been involved in the trouble up the road.
That's right. I was told that when I got my orders, and I don't question orders.
Well, the death notices didn't bear that out.
So what?
That's right, so what?
Ah, come off it. Even you should know. I mean, these people aren't going to let us know we got one of theirs.
That doesn't seem to have been the case, and you know that.
Look, what I know isn't important. That was my brief. Now, if you want to question orders at a higher level, go ahead.
It's just that I would like to know for sure that the people...
You know as well as I do that our people are never wrong.
Quite right, Dennis.
Why the hell don't you keep out of this with your quite right, Dennis? And
He has every right to say what he likes here. He's as much a part of this team as anybody else.
Having a job doesn't make a man.
What's that got to do with the discussion? Do you resent the fact that I work?
Look, Terry, I know you're a bright lad, and the people higher up know that too. But sometimes too much thinking isn't good.
Look, I had a cousin like you. All he ever done was read books. And my ma says that's what put him away is.
Your man looked guilty. Did you hear him saying to me when we got him into the club that he'd help if he was set free?
Wouldn't you say the same thing if you got that kind of treatment?
What are you worried about? It was me, Dennis and John.
Right.
I had to read it in the papers that he'd been picked up by our people the previous week and set free.
That's no concern of ours. Maybe it was to watch him.
In that case, why did he go through this area to work every night, even after that?
Why do you think? To watch and pass on information.
Look, he used to drink in that bar down the street. And you know who uses that?
No, that doesn't make sense. The man's picked up and no doubt warned. And yet he still returns. What important information did we get out of him?
This did the job. Oh, I made sure that he mentioned plenty of names.
Too right.
The only names he mentioned were those who frequent the pub and others who are known to everybody.
The people he talked about will be checked out. Just because we don't know some of them doesn't matter. We can't know everybody.
What the hell's he doing here?
Listen, lad, you better get yourself sorted out. Quick.
What's wrong? Am I not allowed to express an opinion? It's just that those death notices made
The
me...
hell with the death notices! Either you're willing to accept the orders here or not, it's as simple as that.
That's right, Dennis.
I'm willing to overlook all this. It's a matter of working as a team. Now, last Thursday, the job was a good one. The timing was good. It was a well-cut job.
Oh, you can say that again. Shooting's a man one thing, but using a knife...
Ah, that's your weak gut again.
It's all part of war. It's something you accept or you don't.
Well, I don't like it. I know there's a war on. It's either us or the other side. But I'd like to be sure that the people who die deserve to die.
Well, don't worry, Mr. Thinker. The people we're told to get will die all right.
Well, let's finish our drinks first.
Cut out the cackle.
Don't see what's bothering him anyway. Sure, the bastard's dead and he was one of them.
Quite right, they should all be dead.
Come on, drink up.
That was my idea.
Right down to business.
Hold on a minute, I have to go out the back.
You mean the bathroom?
Bathroom, yes.
Okay, don't be long. We'll hold on till you get back. He's some character, that. But he's with us all the way.
Look, I think of people I prefer to be with.
Look, it's a matter of working as a team. If we've got a job to do, we'll do it no matter how. Well, Sergeant Major used to say, no bastard in this outfit's going to tell me what he likes or doesn't like. He'll do what I tell him.
Oh, I needed that.
Is your man still on lookout?
I had a look there. He's leaning up against old Jimmy's back door having a smoke.
What's the idea?
We'll go out the back way tonight. From now on, we'll take no chances. The neighbours will have seen us coming in, but not gone out. Hey, Terry?
Aye, well, we'll see us going around the corner for the car.
That'll be taken care of. That'll be in the entry when we go out. Okay. Now, there's a bloke comes out of Frank's bar every night, and it seems he's connected with something.
One of the other sort, isn't he?
And well, only certain people use certain pubs.
If he's to be done, that's it. And if he's one of the others, all the better.
You two would kill your own mothers for the fun. of it.
What are you on about now?
What's his name?
That's not important. He's about 5'10", blonde hair and pretty stout. Usually wears a brown duffel coat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hundreds of people would fit that description.
Well, don't you be worrying. We'll know him when we see him.
Not many people fitting that description would come out of the same bar every night or we'd know about it.
Anything else we know about
What
him?
does that matter if he's married or if he has one leg or if he works as a bricker?
Everything matters, you stupid bastard.
We've been told to get this man, and that's enough.
Don't buy any papers in the morning.
This job's got to be done well. Nothing's to be left to chance.
Maybe it's Kate and Maggie.
Stay with his heart. Get that rod out of sight. Stick it in the drawer. Oh, Tommy! Come in, come in. How's the wife?
Bingo. Having any problems?
Nothing we can't handle.
Well, as long as you're satisfied. But remember, there's no room for any errors.
Hey, Dennis!
What's this I hear about you getting a job?
Oh, my old woman been talking again. No, that it's just that a friend of hers was saying he'd get me fixed up with a nice wee number in an office.
Well?
You kidding? I'm not working for some fat bastard that lives in the Malone Road. Sure, I'm getting a dole.
Well, that's the trouble with this place. If everybody had that attitude, there wouldn't be any dole queues because we'd nobody working to pay for them.
How the hell should I work, eh? My old man didn't get damn all out of it. Well, it's all right for these people in their nice suits and their big flashy cars, never done a day's work in their life. They're not affected by all the trouble, and it's about time they were made to feel it.
You can't shoot everybody.
Look, my opinion's my opinion, and that's that.
Look, if you're going to argue, keep it in there.
Going on like that all the time.
Gotta put up with this all the time.
Well, I'll not get involved. Still, my lad's got a point. But here, coming back to the other, you know we can't afford to take chances with anybody. Having a feeling mightn't be good enough. You can't afford mistakes in this game, and we can't afford to lose a squad.
I didn't force him. It just means giving him another chance to prove himself.
Last Thursday night he had his chance, and what he saw he couldn't stomach.
Maybe it was just seeing your man being killed in that way. It was the first time for him.
Yeah, these intellectual types, they're all the same.
But I think he'll pull through. I pick my men well.
Okay. But I'm telling you here and now, there's to be no mistakes, no weak links. If he messes up tonight or shows any sign of weakness, get rid of him the right way. You know how, and you do it. There's too much at stake here. If he's a failure tonight, he's not only a threat to me and the others, but to you three in particular. Now you remember that. What about the others?
Michael does what he's told. And you know John, he's reliable enough.
There's only one way. You know the score on that point as well as I do. It has to be settled. Once and for all. By the way, don't say to your kid I was round, okay? See you later. Good luck.
Listen, this job's got to be done from the car tonight.
What happens if somebody walks out the pub the same time as our man?
He gets it too.
The job's got to be done no matter what.
Sure, they're only the other sort anyway.
That's not the point.
But do what we've been told. Now drink up, it's near 10. Here, John, you ring one of the papers after. Michael, you get rid of the car.
Right. What about me?
Hurry the drinks. That's my turn.
He's always everything sorted out just right. No nerves either. Should ask him about his war days. Done his fair share.
That's not how you judge a man.
You hear him, John? Look, we're in a war and it's either them or us. Simple as that. Show any mercy to think they're weak. They'd do the same to us.
Aye. My mother was telling me about the wee man used to go to the bingo. They beat him to death before they shot him. And then they burnt him.
Don't be stupid. He was shot at close range. That's the reason for the burns and bruises. The bullet shattered the bones in his face.
That's only your story. I've heard of lots of cases where it's happened. Can you just imagine?
Do you think that would justify us using the same methods?
Look, if it happened to your brother or your father or somebody, how would you feel? They're all in it. Men, women, kids.
Scum.
Come on, hurry up.
Just a wee sip for the road.
Aye, all right. What about you, Terry? Have you got yourself sorted out yet?
I'm just fine.
Now, well, you better be. Michael, hope your father and mother aren't looking for you tonight.
You must be joking. They don't give a damn where I go. I'm my own boss.
John, what about the wife?
She's on another way and can't go out. Thinks I'm in the pub.
Right, any last-minute questions now before
Can
we
I
go?
do the
Which way
drill?
we taking?
One at a time. First of all, I'll be driving, so you needn't worry about that. Just make sure the car's in the entry.
there.
Right, off you go.
What about me?
All in good time. And no hitches.
You can count on me, Dennis.
What about you, Terry?
There's no need to worry about me.
Here, wait a minute. I want you to take Betsy. Handle her well. She'll do the job.